I think my mic, there we go, my mic is better now. It was turned off. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Welcome to another RRWC match from Group A. We have Frote7, our four-time RR champion, going against Fe, who's a returning rival. And I'm joined by In4Fun today. How you doing, In4Fun?
Hey, I'm doing great. Glad to be here. How are you?
I am good. And we have some nice maps and a secret third map upcoming. I should probably give these players a refresh because they will be starting any moment now. They both are live. Yeah, we have our first spin coming in soon on our 3-time world record map for roulette spins on Hokkaido. And we have our first spin if you want to take it, of course. Fun.
Yeah, sure thing. First up, we have Eric Soder's Poison the Stem Cells as the chief surgeon, and Yuki Yamazaki Shotgun as the helicopter pilot. Double unique, huh?
Yeah, pretty nice spin. Even before it arrived, I was saying I think it could be quick, but to be honest, with the Yuki and nails, it actually is a bit annoying, but it is close. So I'm interested to see what they do for Yuki here.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like strictly the Yuki kill. I think you can make her seeker timing if you start surgeon and get the heli pilot immediately. But then you are leaving the chief surgeon behind, so it might just be a very awkward spin which ends in sauna.
Yeah, it's a really tough one to say what the optimal approach to it is. The disguises are the biggest issue here, and yeah, you want to start chief surgeon because it's one of the easiest ways to grab him. There's of course a few nice ways. I think we've seen players like 420 and some others use to bring him down to the morgue, but you gotta play safe.
Yeah, I'm curious if Frote's first try will be a more conventional one and just doesn't want to reap here, and even if it doesn't mean a 2 or 3 minute timing, should still be very solid there, as he's the first one to load in and gets the chief surgeon already, and Fe in the loading screen as well.
Yeah, looking pretty good now. Fe does opt to start, I think, for the gondola approach.
Yep, it's not the 47 suite, so Yuki will be waiting a bit there, but for example, a snail eye, so could really work there.
Yeah, should work out pretty nicely for Fe. Will be a bit of travelling though to get that surgeon and helicopter pilot, especially the surgeon. He is a bit tougher to grab if you don't spawn behind him. But yeah, Frote is flying through it, and I do think he's going to go for that Yuki timing.
It seems like Frote is going to isolate Yuki without the heli disguise, which I think it could work out. I think of course it's a comparison to just simply going on ice. So I'm curious. Seems a lot of back and forth, but on a small map it might not add up to too much.
Yeah, essentially I think Frote just asking the question here, can I isolate Yuki, go back to my kill, go back and kill Yuki then at the very end, and will it be faster then? Oh, and Frote uses his trank instead of the seeker and accidentally she falls to the ground. That's so unfortunate.
Sadly, that answered the question, yes. I saw this in the roll that it ended up as the trank. I didn't see the other dart gun. I was hoping that somehow the darts mix and match, but it didn't happen. So restart number 1 and restart number 2 already because of a punch on this chief surgeon.
Yeah, that's super unfortunate there for Frote. Just unfortunate with the planning. Didn't even catch it ourselves, to be quite honest. But yeah, that is a bit of a time loss. But he's straight back into it. Fe is doing pretty good right now. Has a shotgun already. Don't think that's I think that's a natural shotgun he found in one of the security rooms.
He has stolen the shotgun indeed from I guess it's the resort side security hub. I think it's the only shotgun on the map, and that will change the course of his spin. It will be a soundproof kill. Still no heli pilot, so here's to see how it goes.
This director is tougher than both the targets, in my opinion. Most daunting NPC in all of Hokkaido, without a doubt. Perfectly on a 4-way directions to different parts of the map. He just blocks it perfectly. Yeah.
And he just stays there as long as he wants. Doesn't budge for the players here. I thought it would be like the mid 1 minute mark when he goes away, but now it's 2 minutes and 25 and still not going anywhere. That's so unfortunate for Fe.
Yeah, this is really annoying right now. And Frote hits the dart onto Yuki. And she's going to get sick. Yeah, very nice from Frote there. And also Fe was about to shoot a bullet, and then the director's like, nah, I'm going to head out now because you want to distract me.
It's like it's wired to the player's mind, and just makes it as annoying as possible. So that's at the 2-minute 50 mark. Fe places or drops a shotgun, and now it's, I suppose it's
Oh,
2 back and forth as Frote gets caught by the Enforcer, one of the guards.
yeah, that
It's
was
Yuki and one of
unfortunate.
the two.
Yeah,
But at this point, 3-minute difference between in-game times. If Fe's slow and steady approach results in no rips here, I do think he is the one closer to finishing.
yeah, it's actually looking pretty good for Fe, and also a good point there, yeah, from Cab. I do think the mirror could have played a bit of a role in that. Regardless of whether the guy was looking left or right, there is a chance he's always going to spot you because of the mirror. But I also thought I heard recently that that mirror got fixed a little bit. Like you can hit that seeker onto Yuki a bit safer now. I'm not too sure. Yeah, looking really good for Fe, but there is still some hurdles with that start he did. He has to get the surgeon, which is a lot tougher if you're not comfortable with the approach. Might just see a seeker or a simple like snail or something.
With the shotgun stolen, I think the big question is here. This agency pickup by Fe, surely, I was gonna say it surely had to be a dart gun, but it's just a poison for the stem cell kill. He should still have one, which I think is the Jank, which is the better choice for these two disguises. But yeah, he needs both of them, which is a mission story in and of itself to just get the surgeon as the heli pilot, as Chet said.
Yeah, that would be very nice to see. Yeah, unfortunately for F3, that one extra slot could have saved a lot of time if he just picked up the emetic rat poison on the way through the garage, because he did pass through that way. So we'll have to see, because he looks a bit lost now trying to get this pilot because of the timing. It is a very annoying disguise to get, because there's so many enforcers that will investigate a sound before.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure about the 5-minute cycles of these NPCs. The helipilot does go down eventually, so long as Soders is not dead, since that's somehow related to the helipilot's cycle. I think Fe is just getting ready for the second occurrence of that, while Frote has the first cycle station down.
Yeah, very nice from Pro. Played it super safe down. It was really nice. Closing the doors and knocking at one of the guards super early. It was very nice. And yeah, he's looking pretty good now. Yuki kind of the only target you got to isolate in this map, but does have the chief surgeon ready, and the helicopter pilot is pretty much the last hurdle for him now. It's actually going to get a little bit close depending on how fast Road can get this nails disguise.
Fe looking for probably a silent attack when Nails stops moving. There it is. Better to hide him as well at this point, and that's the first disguise for Fe and a loud kill in about a minute.
Very nice from Frote as well there. He actually got the poisons from the fish in the kitchen, so that's a spare item slot. Since he doesn't pass any emetic poison to my knowledge, that's extremely convenient. That's very nice to see as well. Saves a slot.
If he cannot go through the frisk, he's contemplating whether to drop his firearms or just go the long way around. This delay, I think, puts back Frote in the lead. Of course, the 3-minute in-game time would tell otherwise, but he has the rest of the spin very well isolated here, so a couple of minutes until either players can finish, but who will be the first one?
Yeah, it's very hard to say. Fe does have the distance covered over to Yuki, but still, that chief surgeon is the biggest thing in this right now. I'm really intrigued to see how he goes about it.
Yeah, it's really problematic. His best chance is to stay in the helipile disguise and wait at the frisk point and lure Dr. Laurent down here, where there are now 2 KO'd bodies, soon to be a third one.
Looks like Frote has nailed on the hook as well. You do get nails with a hammer very often. There's the kill for Fe as well.
Was slightly bit worried for Fe because he didn't actively close this glass door, so I wasn't sure if... I think with this door open, it wouldn't be soundproof, but of course now it is, and that's the first kill of this match 9 minutes in, but Frote still feels a tiny bit closer.
Yeah, looking pretty good for Frote, quite honestly. Mainly due to that surgeon disguise, like we said. Oh, a bit of a whoosh, but he knows what he's doing. A very generous counter area.
Yellow guns for Frote, but with the poison kill, he will certainly be around the morgue area, and I don't think the evidence deletion would take more than a few seconds for him, so no difference there. And then Fe indeed going back to the helicopter, trying to get closer to Laurent.
Yeah, if he gets a quick grab here, he would definitely have a massive lead. But like we were saying, I don't know how many darts he has, what way he's planning on getting in. You'd want to get a better disguise or go in a different way, because this is literally the only way I'd recommend not going in.
And Fe going for the freeze there, dropping the 2 guns there. I'm not sure if that's enough. We will see by the prompt, and he can get freeze now. That's not something we see every day, but this will get him close enough to the Chief Surgeon for hopefully a quicker kill, quicker ISO.
And yeah, just like that as well, Frote was already back from doing the Yuki kill. That was in the flash of an eye. And he has the camera troubles dealt with, and now he's heading over to the poison the stem cells. So he's looking really good. We'll probably see a quick snowmobile exit after this.
Yeah, Frote is at the final part of this spin where I don't think anyone can be quicker or slower. Once the players are in this room, it's just a straight run to replace the cells. There is one last obstacle to wait for the lady, but I don't think you're even trespassing here. You just need to wait until she looks away. It's a bit of a cycle to wait out. Yeah, Frote is almost there.
Yeah, looking pretty good. He's very scary there still, but of course. Should be safe, and that is the kill. A couple of enforcers here in the morgue, but just run around them, you should be okay. Fe was having a bit of trouble with the Chief Surgeon. Did have him outside for a little bit, but didn't have any guns to deal with it. So that's going to make it a lot tougher.
I didn't even see Fe's loss of hook, I guess, because the Chief Surgeon was definitely following him. They wouldn't have made any difference there because Frote is basically out in 2 seconds, and Fe would just now have the disguise, so not even a photo finish or anything there. Interesting back and forth there, but Frote taking a first map. Nicely done.
Yeah, very nice from Frote. And yeah, I don't think any chance of a photo finish window, unfortunately, because there's just too many steps left to do. I will give that to Mr. Frote.
As the first map taken, just one more point away, or I guess one more map win away from winning this match. Not that it really matters, maybe just a bit for motivation. 2 points down and 2 more maps to go. First up in Marrakesh, staying in season 1. And I do think Marrakesh has been Fe's most often picked map in this tournament. This is his 5th Marrakesh pick, and just one more Sapiens and Ambrose against Dunny and Chrome. So it's his home map, but season maps, season 1. So it's not like Frote will be any less familiar with this place.
I add another minute to that, actually. Maybe a bit too quick. As much as I'm dying to get to Marrakesh.
I'm not.
I know Fe sure is, like you said, it was 5th pick.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's nice to see everybody has a kind of favorite map throughout this, because of course you're allowed to choose as many as you want. But it is nice to see players feeling comfortable on certain maps, and just there, honestly, it was just the start, I think, was what it came down to. Sauna lore, like some people in chat said, probably would have been a pretty good strategy there as well, because of the fact the timer went over. I think it was like 6 minutes it was approaching.
Yes.
Yeah, it would have been interesting to see either approach.
Yeah, it's only the fact that both players took at least a minute from tour to finish to just take care of Yuki in any way. And if you just work on the disguises in the meantime, you definitely should be able to make the Sono timing. But it's not something that you always know. Sometimes you feel like you can optimize it and just finish the spin before that, or you're just more familiar with the other ISOs. It's just one of the approaches. So definitely no wrongdoings there.
Yeah, exactly. And Diction is up as well. But yeah, Pro has a bit of experience on this map. He has 16 games played, 11 won, 4 lost, and 1 tied. And yeah, it sure is a map. It's one of the map, yeah, exactly, Canada. Very interesting. There's a lot of approaches, but it does seem like there's like a standard to it. We always see that Klaus first, Reza intercom last.
It does feel like still that's the most often played approach. There's always the shifts, of course, in approaches, and it's not quite the meta, but I think players are trying to make it faster. It is faster in most cases. For example, with the Reza emetics or the Klaus lockdown, just don't do the two at the same time because it doesn't make sense. But yeah, the one target manipulations really work well on Marrakesh, and curious to see if the spin allows that one here.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I'd love to see a different approach, especially the Klaus lockdown. That's one it's so amazing to see when it's executed correctly and efficiently. When it's some very tough disguise, like if it was Headmaster Battle Axe or something, and Reza had everything in the school as well. Be very nice to see somebody just do that quickly.
Yeah, to beat the 438 of Chris X3 from last year, it would have to be something really convenient or someone with their strategy immediately put to use. It's just such a short amount of time. So for a map like this, which isn't the biggest one, but with the target's placements, the fortress of both the consulate and the school just makes 4.5 minutes such a low amount of time.
Yeah, there's just so much to it, and yeah, I'm honestly so excited. And we're 10 seconds away, and I'm actually excited for this spin. I'd love to see some innovation for it, or some approaches that are different, because there's definitely some availability for it. And we have Reza Zaydan consumed poison as the food vendor, and Klaus Hugo Strandberg Cleaver as the soldier. And quite honestly, you could do Klaus lockdown for this. You could do quick poison for Reza. There's a lot of opportunities to speed us up a little bit. It's whether the players are comfortable with it is the real question.
This is a nice open spin for sure. And the food vendor starts even. The food vendor disguise. I think that's the main trick here, is that it will be so tempting to start as food vendor, which probably it still allows for the Klaus lockdown. And yeah, Frote is more familiar with that. So I'm curious to see on the left-hand side if we see any red tie kiwis at the beginning to wake up the waiter there, and then yeah, probably lockdown, because the soldier disguise is also easy to get, which is Frote is going for immediately.
Yeah, this is very nice from Fro. He has nearly 3 things off his checklist in the first 20 seconds: Cleaver, food vendor, and the soldier down straight away. So I have to say this start was actually very impressive, as I wouldn't have considered the benefit to all of it.
And I suppose with the lethal poison in hand, he basically has everything to do both kills, but the targets, which are just so far away, sadly. I'm curious about this timing, because I think you have to be not quite frame perfect, but you have to be really quick to get the first cycle Reza poison. So I think it will be the 7-minute kill here.
Yeah, I definitely am interested to see, because no matter how fast you are, you're waiting until the 7 minutes. And yeah, we'll have to see. I'm not sure what the timing is. I'm sure someone in the chat might know, but it would be nice to see him get the first cycle of poison. Fe also loaded in food vendor and might go for the same thing.
It's just such a convenient spin for this start. Same lure on the soldier. Didn't get the cleaver yet, but he can grab it as discard as well.
And Blunts chat saying Frote came after 20 seconds, so he's capped to at least between 7:25 and 7:45. So that gives him a lot of time to get this Klaus kill dealt with, grab the keys even, and just wait at an exit.
Yeah, I think that's a very risk-free strategy at that point, since with the 4.5-minute kill, you only have 2 minutes after Klaus. You can probably make it back to the food vendor, but may just not be worth it, or it's too tight. We will see a bit of exit play if this will be his successful first try. I can't say I've seen Fe do the same yet for the consume poison, but I might have missed that.
Yeah, it looks like he's about to wake up the waiter now, and again, very late wake up for this waiter. And again, I'm not too sure about the cycles. I assume once you get after 20 seconds, you have a minute or so to get that cycle. 7 minutes.
Yeah, it's hard for me to say what happens there exactly, because I don't think Reza turns around or turns back to his place. So it's I guess every 3-4 minutes he gets back to the main office and
Yeah.
eats from the plate if there's something in there.
Yeah, it seems like, once again, saying it's going to be the same time in terms of IGT when they both get the poison kill, but of course, Frote was about a minute and 5 seconds ahead, 6 seconds even. So yeah, right now, Frote just mathematically does have a lead because of the fact the poison will kick in sooner. Could get a late poison for Frote and an early poison from Fe, but I can't imagine Frote isn't going to be waiting at an exit after he gets back to his food vendor. It's going to be a long wait for Frote.
Yep, he needs to just change back into the food vendor, which he left next to the start, and yeah, wait at any exit that he prefers. It's not Mendoza where he would have time to get to our newest exit, but similar situation. Fe with a much tighter timing, 2 minutes 30 at this point, 2:40 by the time he can start a double isolation. He might be late for this one.
Yeah, he might want to turn on the vacuum and throw the wrench at the same time. And I think he is going to do that. I don't think that wrench will get heard.
It's not in
No.
range.
Oh, and that's a big hurdle now for Fe. Of course, if he's waiting for the poison to kick in, he is okay. He can maybe go to the office and get the isolation, but you just don't want that to happen. And yeah, Frote is just. It looks like a player AFK'd his keyboard after taking a start at the bazaar, but he has to wait nearly 3 minutes for this poison to kick in. And there's not much that can go wrong. No enforcers are going to go through here.
No, not at all. I think it's best for us, and I think it's just kind of mean for me to say it's best for us that Fe didn't get this kill, because we would have actually a 2-minute part where both these players just stare at the exit, and I suppose at least we have one gameplay to comment on, which is now Fe trying to get this bathroom isolation, I think, because he's having this phone call to the right.
Oh,
It's a missed dart.
I think both? No, just the one missed. Oh, but that guard doesn't see it. That's annoying.
Oh, and it's coming here.
This is very
Corners of
risky. Very nice. That was a very long corners of Jew. Like, very distant from the corner. I kind of do want Fe to also wait at the exit, just because it would be funny for the clip to have both of them have the exact same image on their screen, and let's just comment on how riveting the gameplay is.
Yeah, better think about what to say for that clip because it will be immortalized. But it's a bit difficult here. So Fe can get this half cycle kill if he has time to do this chain lure. I'm not sure how much Klaus is delayed. Oh, there he is. But sees the gun. Oh, now this is trouble. And running away for a soft lockdown.
Does have him in the bathroom though, and if Fe can like sneak past him, this would be really cool. Go for it.
It is one guard to
Oh
dodge here.
no, so close, Fe. That would have been so nice to see. Ah, that's very unfortunate for Fe. I would have loved to have seen that quick bathroom sneak in. That one guard just bolting past. But yeah.
He made the jump there. Can't blame him for that. Of course, the damage was sadly done when he missed the timing for 240. Couldn't save it, and it is now the waiting screen against the loading screen. Minute and a half away, less than a minute and a half away from finish.
Yeah, it's pretty much just waiting now, and yeah, GGs are premature, but to be honest, this is one of the only times I'd nearly allow it.
This would be the one time when PG doesn't say GG in before.
And I will get the message ready. I feel like I'm cursing, like, Frote somehow by saying, message is ready, my finger's on the done button, nothing could go wrong, I challenge God himself.
See, we have the Silvio poison and the Carlingram poison banned, but they weren't always banned. There was always a first player who failed to consume poison after not doing anything wrong. We won't be here today, but just wanted to mention that I guess it is possible, but not today. Frote gets the kill and exits Marrakesh.
And yeah, not much to say about that. Just really safe from Frote. He was in so quickly. Assuming his opponent was going for that poison, he was always going to have the lead. So yeah, very nice from Frote. And we'll go at 28 past here. And we are moving on to Secret Map Miami.
Yep, I think that's one that's we both appreciate seeing, given the pre-match talk. Definitely a nice place to finish it off. Fe's last map in the tournament. Fe's last match of the group stage, so
Of
one more shot
course, yeah.
to get a map here. We'll see, of course, how Group A stands, but this is now a 7-player group. Just wanted to say that quickly. So 6 matches for all of them. And I do think I'm right here, because, yeah, 6 maps picked already, and that included the forfeit match. So, yeah. Second half of the group stage now, basically. I think after today, right? Because this is day number 12 of 24.
Yeah, I think you're correct. Yeah, I think it's today or tomorrow is the halfway point for sure.
So we will start to see these players finish up their group stage, and
imagine not being mathematically qualified yet. That's kind of kind of cringe, but I'll leave
Tell us about it, yes.
Nah, just because I play my matches faster doesn't mean anything. And there's some players that are absolutely like steamrolling through their groups. And yeah, I know a lot of players only have like 1 or 2 games played. So realistically, they could absolutely sweep their group still. And there's so many people still up for the running right now. Like I think we saw a group the other day where there's like 6 players that were all within 4 points of each other in a cast yesterday, we were saying. So everybody literally one good game moved them from 8 up to like 3rd place, 2nd place, which is just crazy.
It is kind of ridiculous how close it can get. Early days, or I guess it's now the middle days, but I think a week from now it will be really interesting to see when groups have just 3 or 4 matches remaining and we still only have just a few people advance and a couple more who are fighting for the remaining spots. Now that will be the most exciting as it can get in the group stage, and this is of course just the first half of the World Championship.
Yeah, exactly. Plenty more to come, and that's just we're only through the first half of RRWC, which is crazy. There's so many good matches still to play. But yeah, we have Miami coming in less than a minute now, and yeah, interesting map again. It's just there's so many approaches. Of course, Sugar and Laptop are the go-to, but sometimes you got to deviate.
Sometimes you can, sometimes you have to, exactly, and that really includes the accidents. I was thinking of the CR accidents, but for those you might still do Sugar, but we can still see some interesting combination of kills which just shifts us from the meta. And of course, there's always the great amount of disguises to choose from, and some of them are easier, some of them are harder, but yeah, I'm curious to see if this will be straightforward or hard. At least the final spin is here. Sierra knocks Oldex as the street musician. Robert knocks Cleaver as an event security.
Yeah, pretty nice spin. I always like to see some street musician. Interesting for where they would start. You would assume they're going to get that street magician dealt with, Old Axe being by Sierra anyway. And Sierra is usually the go-to first kill. So it looks like we have a Dolphin Fountain start from Frote, which is definitely a reasonable one. It's either that or Default, and both of them are pretty much same flavor. Just get street musician, because right underneath the track.
Yeah, I can't really see a Robert first viable here, especially because of the street musician. Just the fact that you should really get him early, because we know the early cycles, I guess. It would require bumping into this one person or distracting him as Frote does.
Yeah, nice distraction there.
Just best to get this one out of the way.
Yeah, I don't know if I said it before in a cast, but I do love to see, mainly because I can't remember who reminded me in a chat once, but seekering him is such a a cool use of getting the stream position. Literally get him to go all the way up to the top of this stairwell and get sick in the bin. And if you were able to deal with Robert and leave, he'd just be waiting there for you, which would be amazing. But the spin, unfortunately, doesn't present that idea to us. But yeah, I think Fro is zooming through it. He might even isolate. Ah, never mind. I thought he might just isolate Robert since he was passing here, but really no difference, really.
Yeah, the thought had crossed my mind as well, but I think for a firearm kill, it would be something to contemplate. The fact that you still have to get to Robert once more, I think it's better to do it as the event security with the cleaver.
And it looks like FP finally got in as well, and he has the sugar in hand. And curious what he's planning on getting the cleaver, of course.
A bit good cleaver start. There was some whoosh there, but so the waiter is working in the kitchen, but cannot pick up the cleaver, unlike the kitchen staff. It's nice fun fact there. Won't be getting the street musician, can be getting the event security and then probably some back and forth, but the main question for Fe is how we'll be able to get the street musician later.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. New remote old axe kill.
Oh, runs into the enforcer.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
Security.
Does feel like the kind of area you get to the top of the stairs and the whoosh would go away, but unfortunately that whole area is treated like the paddock. And
sadly,
to answer your question as well, Dane, it was Hokkaido and Marrakesh. If you're ever wondering, it's always above the player icons what they picked, and this is the RNG map.
And going from left to right, unless the admins fail to schedule it, but
true.
Frote pick first, and Fe's second. Both with valiant efforts both time around, but Frote just a bit quicker, and Fe with one late trip in Marrakesh, but now one early trip in Miami, which makes this difference a bit more striking, and Frote can start the sugar lure pit stop, however you want to call it, but Sierra Kill will soon be done now.
Yeah, and just to say, what would be your go-to event security on the way over now to Robert? Because it's not one I see grabbed often.
It's a good question, really. I might be tempted, without just thinking a lot about it, I might be tempted to get this one outside the Kronstadt garage at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, that's a very good one. I was thinking that, or depending on the loadout, I've seen a lot of players open that door by the flamingo, and that free one actually by the bottom of the elevator in that little security room by the car park would be a good option. But I think the one that you're mentioning, if they remember, would be really nice to grab. It's pretty much on the way, and you want to get it probably as soon as possible. It just helps you go anywhere.
And to get the cleaver, which I don't think Frote has gotten before. I think that's also a good reason to pick up some disguise which can carry these very lethal weapons.
Yeah. Fe did get into the paddock this time, and he actually grabbed the event security who ripped him last time. Some bittersweet revenge.
I wanted to say the in-game time difference, but I guess I delayed enough. So it's almost 3 minutes to Frote's side, and with the Sierra Kill ready to go, so it currently doesn't look like which Fe can overcome, but there is still one kill to go for Robert. For Frote, which is Robert. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough for Fe to catch up time. It's a nice peekaboo on Sierra. Decides to knock her out and throw the axe. Insult to injury. That is the first kill though of Miami down, and he's going to swap back into nice mechanic disguise. And now he just has to get event security and get over to Robert.
Yeah, and this will be the big decision here. He's towards these stairs, which of course is not too far away from the kitchen where we've seen Fe get another cleaver. So I think this is a good combination of disguise and weapon as well.
Oh, I don't like the glass table as cover.
In real life, it's not really working out. Ooh, Fe getting caught chest passing. I don't think anyone is in range.
There's no way he got away with that. He does.
Team is tired after the race, so they won't investigate.
Yeah, very nice then from Fe. Did get away with it. He's going to go get that old axe now. Still has a very big trek with Street Musician. I would assume Fe is just going to go over, kill Robert, get Street Musician, and go back to Sierra. But it's going to
Yeah,
be a bit too much traveling, I think. Whereas Frote just has to do the one trip over and has everything ready now.
yeah. When we talked about Hokkaido and how another back and forth isn't as bad, for Miami it is. It's sadly just such a huge map that it's going to add minutes to its time. But that's a serial kill setup, and of course, you never know. Might just be the 10-minute run that wins it. Frote still has to get this laptop lure, correct?
Yeah, and doesn't have camera troubles, thankfully. Because that can be a bit of a pain, clearing out that room. It should be okay. Still a lot of potential for a rip with Robert, because he can be a bit annoying. People seeing him through the window and people delaying at the doorway, things like that. Hopefully, has a crowbar, some kind of item to open the door at the end as well.
Yeah, I can't really remember. This could be a whoosh from Robert himself, but gets out
Ooh.
of way before he turns around.
Yeah, I did not like that, but the timing was fine. It didn't react, it seems, to the laptop yet.
Yeah,
If
just scratching his head and then turns around.
yeah, Frote does have a crowbar in hand, so he's looking pretty nice for getting out of here quickly. And no cameras left really that could clip him, so just a bit of waiting again, which he is definitely accustomed to after that Marrakesh.
Oh, yeah. I wonder how he feels about that one, just the fact that waiting at the exit is not much he could have done better. But speaking of Miami, just really quickly, the one thing he has to hope for is that he doesn't start to go too early, because this guard can phase as well. And yep, he's good to go now.
When that's
So
searching.
just as it turns searching, I did get a slightly bit worried. Not even sure. Is it? I think it's one of the journalists coming to see
Yeah,
the event security after a few minutes.
I'd say that's exactly it. Very nice from Frote there, even delaying the guards inside of the office, so you won't see him crowbar through the window or anything. And yeah, that's a win from Frote, clean sweep. And again, no chance of a photo finish, so I am gonna hit the accept on that. That's gonna be a 6-0 for Frote.
Yep, virtually flawless job there with the one Hokkaido restart, or perhaps two, because there was another quick one there. Could he have gotten better in game times? I could argue about that, but I don't think it was really needed here. It was more than enough today with just solid first tries in Marrakesh and Miami as well. And yeah, 6 very well deserved points.
Yeah, very well served by Frote. Unfortunately with Fe, he was just kind of behind Frote in terms of getting in and things like that just add up. And yeah, it was very close on a couple of the maps, especially Hokkaido and Marrakesh. I feel like since Frote got in quickly onto Marrakesh, he was always going to have that IGT time lead. And for Hokkaido, it was just that chief surgeon was all it really came down to. And again in Miami, just the street musician. It always just seems to be one little disguise that throws these spins into the wind if not grabbed straight away. But yeah, really nice nonetheless from both players. And we can check what that does to the standings. Alright, so what do we have? That was a Group A match.
The World Champions Group, as is tradition.
Yeah, let's see what that did. So Frote, that was his fourth game, and he's after winning all four of them. His 14 points. Chrome is currently topping it. Does have a game ahead of Frote and a couple of other players. There's still a lot of fighting for that top spot. Danny as well has 3 matches played, 9 points from that, so you could assume 3 points nearly from each of them. Fe did finish all of his games, and he is sitting comfortably in fourth place. But there's a lot of games in hand for Mika, Jotes, and Igor, so we'll have to see how they go. But it is looking very versatile right now for Fe's position. I'm sure he's aware of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rest of the players, it's really hard to say with Mika, Jotes, and Igor because they only have 2 games or 3 games played amongst them. So they could easily go up to third or fourth with a couple of points. If they go over 9, they'll already be in third place. So it's really hard to tell.
Yeah, we will look at this like in detail in the next 2 weeks. Basically, it does feel like Chrome, Frote, Danny, and Mika are the top 4 favorites. Mika with so many games on hand and still with 100% win rate, so they will definitely get up there. Yeah, and then Jotes and Ego, the one win against Malen, I think that is a forfeit win, so hopefully they could get more to get back into the fight. Otherwise, it's mostly the fight for top 4, but interesting to see regardless.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun to see. Like I said, we'll definitely analyze it soon in some streams. We'll have to see what the other groups look like soon, but I'll also check what matches are coming up soon for these other groups as well. I think we currently have a match ongoing, if I'm not mistaken. Joker is casting that, and that's going to be Kaneda and Gordini, which is a good match, including Mendoza and Hokkaido. We'll definitely give them. Actually, you know what? But since they're playing right now, I think we'll just raid them now so you don't miss the match, because Joker will also go over the matches coming up later. So there's no point in me telling you what's coming up later. But yeah, just want to say thanks for joining me as well. In4Fun for co-cast as always.
Thanks for having me. Nice job with the main cast and the adminning.
Thanks very much. No worries at all. What a great match, and GG's to both players, and thanks everybody for watching. And yeah, go enjoy. I am correct in saying Joker is live
Joker
right
is
now.
live, yes.
Perfect. All right, we shall head over to him. So, Joker J 1907. Yeah, hopefully the match is going well. We'll catch you very soon.